Okay. Hello, class. Once again, Jalen Rivers here. Today I'll be talking about the GOAT, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. Tom Brady is the quarterback for the New England Patriots. The logo's up on the wall. Um, Greatest of all time. He's the best quarterback statistically speaking. Um, Average, wins, Super Bowls, everything. So obviously, it's not much controversy as to whether or not he's the greatest. What I'm gonna focus on is the fact that there are some scandals attached to his name. Do those scandals take away from his greatness? I say no, and I believe you should too. Reasons why. Let's look at one scandal, the big one. The most recent, Deflategate. Deflategate, basically what Deflategate was is during a game, playoffs, 2 years ago now, Patriots were up 17-7 playing the Colts. Tom Brady threw an interception. The defensive player caught it, and he was like, "Hey, ref, this ball feels weird. Here, check it out." So it gave it to the ref. The refs measured the ball, and it turns out the ball is underinflated. So in the NFL, there is a certain limit. There's a max, and then there's a minimum capacity (PSI) for footballs. In order for us to meet regulation standards. Turns out the balls that Tom Brady was throwing, most of them, not all of them, were all under regulation. So big red flag. So of course the refs came back, took all the balls, gave them new balls, and they kept on with the game. Mind you, the score at that time was 17-7. Once the game was over, the score is 48-7. So I fight this Deflategate scandal thing hard. Not really because he wasn't guilty, because he was guilty. He pled guilty, whatever. Served his time. But because I don't feel like it was a big deal, as big as they make it out to be. Reasons why. One, having a flat ball does not help the quarterback in besides gripping it, does not help the quarterback in any way. It makes the ball harder to throw. You can't throw a perfect spiral. Imagine grabbing a stack of bologna. Try your best to throw that in a perfect spiral. Not gonna happen. That's basically what a deflated football is. So that's my first reason. Two, Tom Brady played worse with the deflated football, so obviously it wasn't helping him, statistically speaking. Three, it would make it harder for him to get that ball to his own players. And reasons being this: when you have a deflated football, it's super easy to catch. It's hard to throw, easy to catch. It's kind of weird. Um, so what the problem was is Tom Brady could get the balls. If he could get the balls to his players, it was like an open season basically for the defenders to get it. So he could throw the ball, perfect ball. What would have been a perfect ball, but it would have been easily picked off because it was all floppy and flimsy, whatever the case was. So it didn't really help our team, give us an advantage. If anything, it gave us put us at a disadvantage or equal the playing field, I guess you could say, for the teams. So that's my second reason. Third reason being with the way the NFL's league, the way it's run with the footballs and everything, each team has their own balls. The Patriots had about 15 of their own footballs that they practice with every day, kick with, run with, all that good stuff. The Colts, they had their own balls, 15 of their own balls they practice, run with, everything. So each team is used to their balls, and of course, everybody knows the league. That's the league standard. They come to the games with their own balls they're comfortable with, that they practice with, and they play with those balls. That's a big issue. If you have each team has their own set of balls, why does it matter what I do with my ball? If I deflate my ball, overinflate it, whatever. If I want to make my ball as big as a balloon to where it doesn't even hit the ground, it just floats in the air forever and ever, why does that matter? It may be adding an advantage, I guess you can say, to myself if I like it better this way and you like it better that way. But that's what sports is. You buy certain cleats so you can run faster. You draft this player versus this player. He's stronger and he can jump higher. So everything about in sports is about finding advantages. Of course, I'm not talking about going as far as taking steroids, nothing crazy like that. But find advantage where you can within the rules. If you give me a rule saying that I can bring my own footballs to the game, if I want to paint the balls completely white because it matches the snow, why does that matter? Because you gave me the option to bring my own balls. So what I do with that, it's my prerogative, right? That's how I see it. Um, my third and final point. It was a blowout. We won 48-7. If you look at the game, I believe we had like 3 or 4 rushing touchdowns. We had over 200 plus yards on just rushing alone, not including passing. Take all Tom Brady's uh, passes and completions and yards and touchdowns away from that entire game, we still beat them just with our running backs alone. Um, we had more yards than they had completely just running. We had more touchdowns than they had just running. So if anything, I would be like, well, they cheated. Their players were so strong. They were beating us up. That's how I would approach it if I was, a Colt fan. But that's what it is. When you have a great player, people find their ways to try to take that player down, to take him off that pedestal, basically. Tom Brady is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He is that player, so they find their ways to try to take him down a notch. And I would say, Deflate-gate, yeah, he cheated. He accepted his punishment. You know, he served his time and moved on from it. In the following season, won a Super Bowl. So he did what he was supposed to do. He did what he was supposed to do. He kept going, past the doubters, the haters, all that, all the naysayers, whatever. Why hate? Why hate on him? Why try to take his name and say he's not this greatest player because he did this? I don't really understand. Um, when he was on the when he was on the field, what did he do? He performed. Did he cheat a little bit? Yeah, he cheated a little bit, but it didn't. What he did didn't really affect that game much if you look at it like that. So yeah, I think it's a silly argument. Um, come with some better, come with a better argument next time, I guess. But hopefully you see it my way. Hopefully I explained it well enough. Um, yeah. So catch you next time. Thank you.